Consumer information. There is risk associated with consuming raw oysters. If you have chronic illness of the liver, stomach, or blood, or have immune disorders, you are at greater risk of serious illness from raw oysters and should eat oysters fully cooked. It's a big risk that we're presented here with the raw oysters. Do you think the public can handle this?
Yeah, but I don't, I've eaten oysters and I don't know anything. I don't know what's wrong with me. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I have any of those ailments.
You would know if you did.
I would? What if it just happened tomorrow and I didn't know? Then what? Who's liable at that point?
So you're saying that if tomorrow you got a chronic liver illness and you only became aware of it after you ate the oysters?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know.
What about the oyster ice?
We need to have a lawyer on this show to talk to us about this. Are there any lawyers that watch this show that could comment on what the implications are if somebody eats raw oysters and has one of these conditions unbeknownst to them? What happens?
I mean, we could ask, we have that stupid friend of ours, Nick, that has a ficus tree. He knows a lot of lawyers. We could ask him.
Yeah.
But he never answers any questions.
Well, he's spread very thin.
He is. But he would probably know. The oysters have, and the shellfish over there have look at the tong. It's plastic. All the other tongs are metal.
Aren't plastic tongs bad for fish because the fish smell never gets out of the tongs? Not that you're going around smelling tongs, but...
Is this something you do? Tong smeller?
Not exactly, but I have a very sensitive sense of smell, especially since switching to a carnivore diet.
Finally. During the extravaganza, we finally got that out of the way. It's coming. Waiting. If we did that many episodes consecutively, you'd have your chance to say it. Tell everyone, in case they forgot. I think they just don't look as clean. Like those tongs get scratched and they can get discolored. Stainless steel tong doesn't happen to those.
And the stainless steel tong is also sturdier than the plastic one.
They don't need to be that strong to lift up an oyster or a single crawfish, do they?
Oysters are heavy.
So underneath that slimming black shirt, there's no muscle anymore, is there? Like oysters, you eat it like one at a time. Like how heavy are you? How many are you getting with your tong? You can only get one at a time.
Yeah, but an oyster shell is like a rock. It's heavy. You need some sturdy tongs to lift that thing up.
I don't know about that. I don't know, but anyways, they've chosen some different tongs. Maybe they want a special tong just for those oysters and mussels and stuff. Maybe there's a reason.
Why do those serving dishes each have a hook on the end? Are you supposed to hang those up after you wash them to let them air dry?
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah.
Can you imagine if someone were to take that serving dish and try to hang it up while all that shrimp and ice is still in it, and they just hung it up and all the shrimp and ice just fell out of it onto the floor?
Maybe they place a bag over it, like a clear plastic bag, and hang it, and then the next day they just set it back out again and remove the bag. Like a sleeping bag for the tray and the fish. I mean, it's possible.
A seafood sleeping bag. So yeah, the next time you go to a buffet and you see the seafood spread, just remember, they should put a consumer information notice in about this. There is associated risk with consuming raw oysters because they may have spent the night in a sleeping bag.
Yeah, in a bag. Anyways.
Yeah,
I think this show's over.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Thanks again, everyone, for watching the holiday extravaganza here at Food Buffet Report with Aaron and I as we talk about buffets throughout the world and the joy that they can bring you over the holidays for your friends, family, and loved ones.